Today on the show, we're going to look at the development history of the Sonic the Hedgehog series. If you didn't know that one of his original designs was actually a rabbit, then this show is for you. So Sega, a very successful company who were stomping their way through the 90s console war, but they were missing something very important. A mascot and flagship series to go with it. Up until that point, Sega's mascot had actually been Alex Kidd, and I believe the reasoning behind the change was actually because they felt that Alex Kidd wasn't really iconic enough, which to be fair, he really wasn't, but he has made a number of cameos in a number of games by the company since his eventual demise. Before Sega's design team actually came up with Sonic, they actually designed a bunny, an armadillo, and a dog. And while these characters themselves have never been used in anything, aspects of them have been put into other characters. I think that's a really nice thing for Sega to do, because it really shows that they don't neglect their artists. They really appreciate their artists' work and understand that if it can't be used there, it can definitely be used somewhere else. Eventually, a spiky blue hedgehog called Mr. Needlemouse would be chosen. He was made blue to match Sega's logo, which I think was a really good decision and helped him be a lot more iconic. A fun fact is that his shoes were actually designed as a reference to Michael Jackson's Bad album. This being said, while his base design has been pretty consistent through the years, his overall design has been changed to match the medium it's in. Like these days, we're so used to seeing a Sonic that's relatively tall, he's quite skinny, and has really long spikes. Whereas back in the early 90s, Sonic was short, pudgy, and had quite short spikes. ItsSuperEffective! Sonic the Hedgehog would be released for the Sega Genesis in 1991, and it revolutionized platformers forever. Apparently, it was the first game to ever give an alternative to Nintendo's Mario. The game would do amazingly well, and it would sell over 15 million copies, and in 2006 it will be ported to the Game Boy Advance. This being said, there were some gameplay changes on the Game Boy Advance version, and it will be heavily criticized for being broken. Sonic proved to be so popular that it spawned a number of animations about the game. There will be Deke Entertainment's The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, there will be Sonic X, which was an anime, and it's the longest running Sonic animation to have ever existed, and there was Sonic Underground, which was its own take on the Sonic universe, and lots of people really didn't like it, but personally, it's my favorite Sonic animation. Sonic would be on a number of consoles through the years, be it through his own games or even in crossovers. He would even have his own crossover series with Mario called Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Finding a Sonic game on almost every console has been part of the fun of the series. However, in 2013, Sega announced a partnership with Nintendo, stating that the next 3 Sonic games would be Nintendo exclusive. A notable thing about the development of the Sonic series is that through the years, little things have been added to the series that have become almost iconic as the spiky blue hedgehog himself. These things include, but aren't limited to, Chow, gold rings, and chaos emeralds. And also, other Sonic-style characters have been created, and these include Knuckles, Tails, and Amy. So I'm gonna get to the point that most of you probably have in the back of your minds. Yes, these days Sonic isn't doing so well. In fact, it's been heavily criticized for quite a while now, stating that the 3D Sonic games stray too far away from Sonic's original concept. This being said, one of the most popular Sonic games was Sonic Adventure 2, and this game actually implemented 3 different playstyles, technically 4. On a personal level, my favorite Sonic game is Sonic Heroes, and I know a number of people that have that same opinion. I honestly feel like Sonic doesn't have the same feel anymore is a statement said by people who are conscious for Sonic's creation. I'll explain what I mean by that. I think the idea of a game having a feeling is a matter of perception as opposed to the game's actual feel. Like personally, I was born in the early 90s, so I've never lived in a world where there wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog. But by the time I was old enough to play games, There was already 3D Sonic games, so my first Sonic game was a 3D Sonic game. All in all, Sonic is a really fun video game series, and even though it's Nintendo exclusive at the moment, that doesn't stop us from enjoying the games one little bit. I know a lot of video game companies are taking risks at the moment. They're looking at other things they can do with their characters. We're almost in a renaissance of video games. So I would really like to see a lot more done with Sonic, and I have no doubt we're going to see that. It's super effective! Okay guys, that is it for today. If you think I missed anything important about the development of Sonic the Hedgehog, please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Video Games, and it is super effective.